Hey Internet, Sarah here, and you're watching Wrapped. Welcome to episode 9. I can't believe we've been doing this for 9 weeks already. I really hope that you guys have been enjoying wrapping up the week with me. I've been really enjoying showing you guys different videos and different things that have been going on in our community, keeping you guys up to date. Before we get started, make sure you like and subscribe to our channel so you can always be up to date when Wrapped and all of our other cool videos come out. And definitely stay tuned to the end because I'm going to announce a special guest that is going to be appearing in a special place, but you gotta find out at the end. So on today's episode, I stumbled upon an article. I didn't read all the way through it yet. I figured I'd just kind of read and react to it here because the topic of the article is things that you can make in 2023 for profit. I think it's neat how they just always throw that 2023 on there as soon as you're looking for something like best hair dryers of 2023. Alright, but let's see what they got here. So it starts out, and don't worry guys, because I'm going to link this down below for you guys so you guys can read through this on your own. So this is from Small Business Trends. It starts out with a few reasons on why you should start a craft business. I kind of agree with all of them. You know, a creative business option, your creative outlet, and help demand in places that you might not even think need a demand. It lists wall art, which is huge still today, definitely with Glowforge and the 3D printers. I have seen some people make some really cool things. And I've definitely been following a lot of girls on TikTok and Instagram that have been filling my reels with all kinds of cool wall art. So if that's something that you're into, definitely check out the Glowforge groups. That's something I'm definitely interested in this year. Christmas ornaments is on here. That's cute, isn't it? It says it's an inexpensive gift idea for the holiday season. Isn't that ironic? They came out in January 2023 with that. Paper crafts. You don't see enough paper crafts, that's for sure. And if you think that people do some amazing things with tumblers, they do some absolutely incredible things with paper. I just can't. Reclaimed wood home decor crafts. That is another great one, and that's a great resin craft also because I've seen some amazing big tables, and I mean people pay up to $10,000, $20,000 for a table. You know, first of all, you have to make it, get all the materials and ship it, right? But that's not crazy. If that's something that you're into, people are actually paying money for that. People are paying money for everything I've said at this point, and then some. I'll just throw a little tip in there for selling things. If you are selling stuff on the internet or anywhere, you have to tell people that that is the best thing that you've ever seen. You have to really believe it yourself and make them believe it. If you don't believe in yourself, you're definitely not going to be able to sell your products online or in person. They have to vibe with you, so to say. So that's my little tip for selling. Oh, number 5 is resin art. Another type of material that many use to make best-selling handmade items in resin. They named resin jewelry and artwork using the material. Very in-depth. But I could go for days with you guys if you need resin art ideas, of course. I think most people watching this have no problems there. Oh, scented products. That is a really good one too. And if you guys haven't heard of it, I'm still a little unfamiliar with it myself, but Freshies are huge. They are using little molds to make them. Like I said, I'm not that familiar with them. I just know that they're very popular and I kind of want a few myself. Sustainable home decor items. Well, that is quite the title. If you're looking to create a variety of crafts to sell, consider looking at sustainable home decor items. Using techniques and materials that are zero waste. Oh, yes. Okay, so palette coasters, tote bags. I guess making things out of other things, I get it. Palette crafts are huge. I used to follow a lot of palette crafts. Those are fun. I'm sad Jason just threw away a ton of palettes from the warehouse. Handmade clothing. That is definitely one that takes a skill that I can't teach you. I've been dying to learn how to sew, so if that's something that you're thinking about, go try it this year. The year has just started. I think that would be super cool. Picture frames is on here. That's neat. That's not something I would have thought about at all, but that's absolutely something. Oh, and they name a whole bunch of stuff. Hey, glitter's on here that you can make them out of, and I didn't think about that. Glass stones, seashells. I mean, at that point, you could just get someone, or you could do it yourself, just cut the little wooden frames and just start designing them all. That's a really cool idea. Bath products. I guess that's kind of like under scented items. Ring holder. I guess that's a good one. I'd probably file that under resin crafts, but then again, I would make it out of a little resin. Knitted items. I tried, when I was pregnant with Alex, I thought I was going to be the world's best crocheter. I didn't have much else to do anyway, so I bought all the stuff to crochet, got my little hooks, put it all in this cute little tote bag, because you know you have to buy the storage items, so I got a nice little tote bag for it. And that is now pushed in the back of my spare room closet all the way to the left where you can't get to it. But I thought that was so much fun. I didn't know that they make the little, there's a name for it, I can't think of it. They're little dolls out of yarn.
I'm thinking like Raggedy Ann dolls.
They're like little knitted dolls. And I thought they were so cool. I can't remember the name of it. I think it's a Japanese name. But that was a lot of fun. I tried making those, and if that's something, hey, try it this year. This year should be a year of trying new things. I'm going to be trying a ton of new things, and I hope you guys are also with me on that. See, now 13 is kind of a cheat. They said handmade jewelry. But yeah, they listed crystals, metals, resin, polymer clay. Polymer clay is a great craft tool. Pottery, that's another fun one. Jams, jellies, and preserves. Takes a little bit of different setup for that, but I can see why that'd be on here. Magnets. So magnets is a cool thing on here, and if you're selling tumblers and stuff, and if you don't already, and you have extra resin in your cup, pour those into a little mold. Keep a little mold around, keep a few of them. I'm talking like, a magnet size. And when you get extra resin, you pour it in there, even if it's tinted with colorant or glitter or whatever, just mix them all in there. Stick a magnet on the back. Send it for free with your tumbler or your pens or whatever it is that you're selling, because that customer that's going to get that little something extra, you're going to love it. And it literally cost you nothing. It actually saved you because you were going to throw that resin away anyway. Handmade notebooks and journals. That's really ironic because all day yesterday, the only thing I wanted to do was use my notebook blanks. And I've been saying that for a long time now, that I just want to make my notebook blank. I got these, I have like 20 of them. I got notebook blanks from Moose Beads. I'm obsessed with her and all of her beads. Definitely check her out. But I'm going to be making my own notebook soon. And some of the notebooks that they've been making with these blanks are incredible. So definitely look out on my channel for a video on that soon, because I'm going to be getting down on notebooks. So we got 2 more left. Number 18 is greeting cards, which I think is really cool and doesn't happen enough. And I guess Adam Sandler and Dirty Deeds, listen to me, AC/DC, and Mr. Deeds would probably also agree with you. I think of that movie every time I hear anything about greeting cards. Is that funny? But anyway, that is a really good one, and it's lists here that you could offer digital downloads through Etsy, which I think is super smart, because then people could just print them at home. You literally just have to digitally design them, which is a good topic that we might touch on in a minute. Is something so cool because you can go anywhere with that. I purchase tons of digital downloads all the time to make vinyl and decals and all kinds of stuff. People do it to print fabric, people do it to print things at home, and people are definitely doing it to print greeting cards. So if you are a digital designer, I think that's a great world for you to get in. And if you think that no one's going to purchase your digital designs, you're absolutely wrong. And some people are out there and they're looking for them. And then number 19, ooh, pet accessories. I love this one. So this lists collars, sweaters, and other cute items for your furry friends, but also, of course, in the resin world, I see a ton of dog bowls that are gorgeous. And actually, I have a few dog bowls here now that I'm talking about that I definitely want to glitter up for Loki. He deserves all the glitter in the world. And dog name tags. That was a huge one too. So if you're making the collars or you're not making the collars, you can still make the little name tags. They sell molds and stuff to make them. They sell a ton of blanks. If you have a Glowforge, you can cut your own blanks. Make them in all kinds of sizes and shapes. That'd be something really cool. And if you're anything like me, you guys already know people will spare no expense on their pets. When it comes to me, whatever, dollar fries, but when it comes to the dog, $40 food. Loki's probably up to $70 food now. He's got a food allergy. So I'm trying to bring you guys some like, you know, new stuff and relevant stuff and all kinds of different stuff that you might not be thinking about. And I don't know if you guys are even thinking about AI art or even know what it is. Artwork that is generated by you telling a computer certain parameters and then letting the computer do its thing. But it's something that still kind of blows my mind a little bit, I guess, like that a computer can make that kind of artwork. I think about it too when I'm watching like cartoons or anything animated, like how are you getting them to move their heads and talk and all that? Like, I mean, you know what it was like back in the day, they would have to sketch it all out in every little movement, but that's not the way anymore, and it's so cool. It's still in its working phase. It's noticeably flawed in certain areas, but I expect it in the future to obviously be absolutely not flawed. Where's our world going to but virtual, right? The sad question, how much longer will human art be relevant? Which, I mean, if you ask me, forever, but I'm a nostalgic person. Your kids and their kids and their kids, they might not be as interested in the Mona Lisa or any kind of hand-painted flowers. They're more interested in what this guy did on his computer. So although, you know, the question remains, how long will human art be relevant? I'm curious how this AI art will alter the 3D world, because we're already 3D printing so many crazy things. How long until we're 3D printing sculptures? We're 3D printing human parts right now, right? They're over at a hospital somewhere right now 3D printing some kind of crazy thing that I probably can't even pronounce. But how long until we are 3D printing? Can you 3D print a painting? I don't even know how that would work with the filament and stuff, but I bet you that someone's over there figuring it out right now. 3D printing is very relevant in our world right now. Curious to see the first 3D printed huge sculpture and how long that takes. Guess we'll see, but definitely drop your comments down below. I'm curious to see what everyone else thinks. I don't even know what today's date is. Today is what, the 12th? Daytona is coming up so soon and I'm getting so excited. So if you guys are unfamiliar with what I'm talking about, I will be in Daytona for the Misfit Makers tour on whatever weekend is February 3rd. I'm pretty sure that's a Friday. I'm leaving on the 2nd, I think, which should be a Thursday. Whatever that first weekend of February is. And one of these days, guys, I swear I'm gonna get my dates right, but you know me. I'll be in Daytona at Jennifer Parnell's store. That's JPJ Creations. I don't know if there's any tickets on sale still. There might be some meet and greet tickets. We've dropped a link below before on a few other videos, but since it's coming up, let's drop it below again for you so you'll find it down there. And if you're in the Daytona area, come hang out. It's gonna be so much fun. This is gonna be the first stop of their Misfit Makers tour. Tickets for the New Jersey stop will be on sale January 22nd, and this is a really cool way to kick off the year. These kind of conventions and in-person meetings are so much fun. I have been in a whole new world since we've all been starting to like really meet up in person. Literal strangers meeting up in person, but it doesn't feel like strangers. Honestly, I don't know if I've said this before, and I don't know if you guys are gonna think I'm real weird or if you're gonna like completely agree with me, but this whole like Facebook community of us crafters, I always picture it in my head like high school. Like you got your freshmen, your juniors, your seniors, and all that stuff, and we're all like hanging out together at like the mall or something. You know what I mean? Like we're going different places to hang out virtually, but picture instead of a mall, it's another Facebook group. Am I making sense to anyone? I really hope I'm making sense to you guys. Anyway, it's the way I visualize it in my head. So it's been a lot of fun to be able to actually see in person and meet and talk to people, and I've formed best friendships with some of these people, like absolute friendships that I cannot even imagine my day without talking to them. And 6 years ago, I definitely didn't know them, and I definitely didn't think I was going to be friends with people on the internet. You know, I'm really excited for all of the events this year, and there's going to be a lot of them. I will, you know, I'll put a list together for you guys with real dates instead of guessing what the weekend is, so that we can go through them. Maybe we'll give it for the next episode. I'll have a little list, or maybe the episode after that. Stay tuned for that, because I'm really excited about a lot of events, and TGG will be at a lot of events this year. So Misfit Makers in Daytona, I really hope to see you guys. So finally, I stumbled upon a video from Girl Crafts Boom, and I was watching this video at my desk, which I watch many of them at my desk, but Patty usually is next to me for it, and Patty and Alex were sucked into this video. Granted, I was absolutely watching it myself, but I'm like, what? Patty's like, what is that she's using? Is that what she is probably over there making herself a little ice cream pen as we speak? At first I thought it was paper, because I missed the first few seconds because I don't know what the hell I was doing. Probably not, obviously not paying attention. And by the time I looked back, she was curling it and I'm like, holy crap, like you can do such crazy, at first I thought it was paper, so I was like, you could do such crazy things with paper, which you can. But then I realized, obviously, she was using foam. You gotta watch the video. I'm gonna drop it down below. I had a lot of fun watching it. Patty absolutely had a lot of fun watching it, and Alex couldn't stop watching it. Although I'm not really sure she actually knew what she was watching. I'm pretty sure she just thought she was going to get an ice cream cone after that. And then she demanded a piece of my donut, which I thought was kind of rude, because I only had my one donut and she had a whole fruit cup and a box of hash browns. She got the donut. The video is really cool. It's like, it's not something that you wake up in the morning and you're like, oh, I gotta make this. It's one of those more like fun joy things. Could you imagine crafting for joy? We all used to do it at one point and it can be a lot of fun again. So definitely try that out. And if you do, drop your comments down below and let me know how it worked out. So before we wrap this up, I want to remind everyone about last week's episode where I put out my little contest. I want to see your pose. Put hashtag splatter. And I'm definitely willing to put a $50 TGG gift card behind it because I think this is so cool. I haven't been posting about it in the group. I'm only talking about it on Wrap, so I'm really curious to see what happens. So hashtag splatter, post it in the Glitter Guy group. If you don't know what I'm talking about, rewatch episode 8. Episode 8, right?
Yeah, that's the one.
See what the old splatter art was about, and then head over to the Glitter Guy group, post what you make, because I can't wait to see it. Last but not least, I promised you guys a little sneak peek at something, so I convinced Mr. Jason Lively, the Glitter Guy himself, to come on episode 10. And me and him are gonna talk. I'm gonna interview style him. We'll see what he allows, because you know he's a little tight ship, that man of mine. But I'm really interested in him to tell his side of this craft voyage that we've been on. If you ever ask Jason the story of the Glitter Guy, he's always going to tell you the story, but it always sounds like it's from my point of view. And no one's ever heard of it from his point of view. Of course, I lived it, so I know all about it. And I know how perfect he will say I was and how great everything was. But honestly, he went through a lot himself. He had to navigate through a whole different world that he definitely had no idea about, and he kind of didn't even want to be in. Stay tuned for episode 10, because if I behave all week, he's going to come on Wrapped next week, and I'm really excited about that. And now that I said it on camera, I feel like he can't back out, so that's that. Well guys, I really hope that you enjoyed this episode, and if you have not yet, definitely rewatch the old episodes of Wrap, drop some comments, let's see what you guys are thinking about, and if you haven't already, you know what to do, like and subscribe to our channel, and I'll see you guys next week.